Hey Unicorn fam, I'm really glad you're here. If you care about idols and what really happens behind the scenes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts. Because this story about Huh Yunjin honestly made me uncomfortable. So this week, something started going viral in the K-pop world. And at first, I thought it was just another fan call clip. You know, the usual sweet or funny moments fans love to share. But the more I watched it, the more I realized this wasn't one of those moments at all. It was actually something that felt really off. The video showed a fan call with Huh Yunjin from SSERAFIM. And if you're a K-pop fan, you already know how these fan calls work. Fans spend a lot of money, sometimes hundreds or even thousands, buying albums just for a chance to talk to their favorite idol for a few minutes. It's supposed to be a happy moment, a chance to say something kind, maybe make the idol smile, maybe even create a memory they'll never forget. But this particular fan used that opportunity in a completely different way. Instead of a warm greeting or a supportive message, they delivered what can only be described as a long, serious monologue that quickly made viewers uncomfortable. And as I listened to the full transcript, it honestly felt less like a fan talking and more like someone trying to control the situation. The fans started off politely, saying it might be the first and last time they speak like this. But then things started to shift. They began asking questions that didn't feel like normal fan questions at all. They asked Yunjin if she thought they were her fan, and then questioned why she didn't watch them if she knew they were a fan. And if you're like me, you probably paused right there thinking, what does that even mean? But it didn't stop there. The fan then brought up another person, someone they referred to as Carrot, and started implying that Yunjin might only care about that one fan instead of others. They basically forced Yunjin into a situation where she had to choose between fans, which is already unfair and uncomfortable. Because let's be real, idols don't operate like that. They don't rank fans or choose favorites in a way that excludes others. That's not how fandom works. But the tone kept getting more intense. The fans said that if Yunjin only needed that one fan, then they would step back and let her have her. And at that point, it didn't even feel like a conversation anymore. It felt like an ultimatum. And honestly, as I was reading and listening, I kept thinking about how awkward that moment must have been for Yunjin. Imagine being on a live call, knowing thousands of fans would love to be in that position, and suddenly you're being confronted with this kind of emotional pressure. And the fan didn't stop there. They reminded Yunjin that they had been supporting her for over a year, that it took a lot of money and love, and that they really liked her. But then they added something that made the whole situation feel even heavier. They said they weren't the type to fold and that they could get tired. And that's when it started to feel like a subtle threat, because they basically said that if Yunjin continued acting in a way they didn't like, they would stop supporting her completely. They even ended by saying this could be their last interaction depending on her answer. And I don't know about you, but as a K-pop fan, that just doesn't sit right with me. Supporting an idol should never come with conditions like that. It shouldn't feel like a transaction where the idol has to behave a certain way to earn your support. And what made this even worse is that this whole moment went viral. Clips started spreading everywhere, and suddenly, thousands of people were analyzing every word, every expression, every reaction from Yunjin. And instead of being remembered as a normal fan interaction, this became something much bigger and much more uncomfortable. As the video kept spreading online, I noticed something interesting about the reactions from other fans. A lot of people weren't just upset for Yunjin, they were also thinking about the bigger picture. Because situations like this don't just affect one idol, they reflect a side of fandom that can be really unhealthy if it goes too far. I kept seeing comments from fans saying how sad it was that someone would spend so much money just to use that moment to pressure an idol instead of supporting them. And honestly, I felt the same way. Because if you think about it, there were probably so many other fans who would have loved that chance. Fans who just wanted to say something kind, share their appreciation, or even just make Yunjin smile for a few seconds. But instead, that moment turned into something tense and uncomfortable. And what made me feel even worse was thinking about the other members of SSERAFIM. Because even though the situation was directed at Yunjin, it also involved comparisons between fans and indirectly brought in the idea of favoritism. And as fans, we all know how sensitive that can be in K-pop. No idol wants to be put in a position where they're expected to choose between fans or members. That kind of pressure can create unnecessary tension not just for the idol, but for the entire group dynamic. And this isn't the first time something like this has happened in K-pop. Over the years, there have been multiple moments where fans crossed boundaries, sometimes without even realizing it. But I think what makes this situation stand out is how clear the tone was. This wasn't just an awkward comment or a misunderstanding. It was a structured message that had clearly been planned in advance. The fan even said they had been thinking about it for a long time. And that's what makes it a little more concerning, because it shows how easily admiration can turn into something more intense if boundaries aren't respected. As fans, it's easy to feel close to idols. We watch their content, listen to their music, follow their lives. It can feel personal. But at the end of the day, there's still a line between being a fan and expecting something in return. And I think this situation really highlights that line. Supporting an idol should come from a place of appreciation, not expectation. It shouldn't come with ultimatums or emotional pressure. And honestly, watching this situation unfold just made me appreciate the healthy side of fandom even more. The fans who support idols without demanding anything back, who celebrate their success, and who respect their boundaries. Because those are the fans who create a positive environment for both idols and the community. As for Yunjin, many fans have been praising her for staying calm and handling the situation professionally, despite how uncomfortable it must have been. And I think that says a lot about her as an artist and as a person. Being an idol means dealing with all kinds of situations, even the difficult ones. And moments like this remind us just how much pressure they're under all the time. So yeah, this story might seem like just another viral clip at first, but the more you think about it, the more it raises important questions about fandom culture and boundaries. And maybe that's something we should all reflect on as K-pop fans. How we support our idols, how we interact with them, and what kind of community we want to be part of. If you made it this far, thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what you think about this situation, because I really want to hear your perspective as a fan.
I got a letter for you, so please. Hi Jennifer, this might be the first time and also the last time I talk to you in this way. All the following sentences are something I have seriously considered and wanted to explain for a long time. Please listen carefully. The first question is that, do you think that I'm your fan? Then on one side, why don't you watch me if you know that I'm a fan of you? On the other side, if you think that I'm not your fan or just can't accept that I'm a fan of both you and Kazuha, just tell me your true opinion. It's okay, don't be embarrassed. It's good for both of us. And the second question is that, why always go out of your way to find Carrot and do the special poses for her all the time? Can I assume that all your other fans are not even a little bit important in the proceedings of Carrot? The third question, do you still want other fans? Or do you think you only need Carrot? If you only need one fan, congratulations, you're on your way now. If you only need one fan, I'll go and only like Juha right now. The last one, you know I've been doing this for over a year, right? You know it takes a lot of money and love, right? I really like you know that, right? But actually, I'm not the type who forces others. I also get tired sometimes. If you think that just having her is enough for you in the future, whether you express it or show it, I'll stop everything. I'll keep my word. Just as I said at the beginning, the first and the last time, I won't say these things anymore in the future. From now on, if you keep